In December 2023, Chinese electric car manufacturer BYD overtook Tesla to become the world's largest seller of electric cars for the first time. If Tesla sold 484,500 electric vehicles in the last quarter of 2023, BYD sold 526,400 units in the same period. This news caused a stir among car lovers and electric vehicle experts around the world. It is like the attack on Pearl Harbor that the Japanese caused in December 1941, yes, also in December, except that this incident was not in the military field but in the economy, or more specifically in the electric car production. Everyone must remember that in 2011, when asked about his comments on cars manufactured by BYD, Elon Musk, the owner of the Tesla brand, arrogantly replied, "I don't see anything impressive about it. These cars, their technology is too weak, and BYD should worry about how to survive in China before thinking about going abroad." Well, only about 12 years later, Elon Musk this time had to admit that nothing could stop BYD anymore except tariff barriers, and like people who are middle-aged and have lived long enough to understand the proverb. He laughs best who laughs last. Hello friends. While BYD is now known as an electric car giant, its tentacles stretch into many areas from batteries to mining and semiconductors, which is a large reason behind its success. Chemist Wang Chuanfu founded BYD in 1995 in the southern Chinese city of Shenzhen, China's massive tech hub. It was founded with 20 employees and 2.5 million Chinese yuan of capital, or $351,994 at today's exchange rate. In 1996, BYD began manufacturing lithium-ion batteries, the type that are used in modern smartphones. BYD went supply its batteries to Motorola and Nokia in 2000 and 2002, two of the mobile phone industry's giants at the time. BYD's pivot to autos. It wasn't until 2003 that BYD acquired a small automaker called Xi'an Qinchuan Automobile. 2 years later, it launched its first car called the F3, which was a combustion model. And then in 2008, it launched the F3DM, its first foray into electric vehicles. The F3DM was a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. BYD continued to push into the EV space. In 2020, the company launched the Blade battery, which many argued helped spark BYD's growth in EVs. But BYD touted the Blade as a breakthrough that provided good energy density and high levels of safety. It committed to putting this in its Han, a sporty sedan which was released in 2020 and seen as a rival to Tesla's Model S. BYD then put the Blade in subsequent models it released. BYD sold 130,970 pure battery electric vehicles in 2020. In the early stages of the Chinese EV market, BYD chose to simultaneously launch battery electric vehicles, BEV, and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, PHEV. This strategy allowed BYD to win the market when charging infrastructure was not well established, and users were not very clear about the advantages of EVs. BYD positioned itself in the mid-range market where there were fewer competitors in China, which helped propel its growth. BYD has done well on branding, creating different sub-brands to tackle different price points in the market. One such example is BYD's mid to high-end EV brand Denza. Competition by price. Price competition is a leading strength of BYD that creates this automaker's success. Labor costs in China are generally only about 30% of those in the US, giving BYD a huge competitive advantage. Low prices help BYD reach middle-income customers, and this point is extremely important in the early stages of replacing gasoline-powered cars with electric ones. Produce most of the details itself. BYD is the most proactive company among other manufacturers in producing most of the car's details itself. This strategy helps reduce production costs and be proactive in time, independent of suppliers. Speed of development of a new car model. While a manufacturer takes about 4 years to develop a new car, from design to production, BYD only takes about 18 months. This meets customer tastes and changes towards electric vehicles. It's like changing cell phone models. Chinese government support. Just like in Europe or the United States, the Chinese government has given great incentives by providing subsidies for people to buy electric cars to replace gasoline-powered cars. And despite its undeniable efforts, government subsidies have been a major driving force for BYD's growth. According to some researchers, between 2015 and 2020, BYD received billions of dollars through this subsidy program. Finally, BYD decided to invest by building factories in consumer markets. In March 2024, BYD plans to test-operate its factory in Thailand with an output of 150,000 vehicles per year, and plans to build a factory in Indonesia and possibly Vietnam in the near future. In Europe, BYD plans to build factories in Hungary and possibly many other countries. Most competition benefits consumers, lower prices, and better service. We clearly see that competition in the electric vehicle sector has accelerated the replacement of gasoline-powered cars by electric ones. According to official statistics, the number of new electric vehicles sold in China has reached 25% of the total number of vehicles sold in 2023. This is not much better than pouring money into an arms race.